Good afternoon. It's Candice Lee from Candice Lee Fired Up, independent Epicure consultant and meal prep whiz. And I'm jumping on because I just ran across the street, picked up some veggies with the awesome Valley Farm produce store that's across the street. They have it online shopping where you can just build your own box, put in whatever vegetables and fruit and things you want, and you can do add-ons. So I've done that. So I have with me like 3 bags full of veggies. I'm just going to turn you a little so that you can probably see the sink. And for whatever reason, my camera's not being nice to me. But anyway, there you go. So got apples. And what I've got here is some water with some vinegar, just to soak them a bit. Partly due to my husband having a bit of an issue with germs, but the other partly due to get rid of any kind of pesticides and wax and things all over it. So that's why it soaks there. Everything kind of just goes into the pool, and away we go. And I'll soak there for a little bit. I got some asparagus, which I will do the same. Tomatoes, some peaches, some cherries. Basically whatever you like, but this is kind of whatever I feel like can handle the wash. Goes right into the wash. And I love about this stuff is that I can choose the amount I want and stuff like that. So even all that. So that'll go in there a bit. Before I put into the celery and the carrots, cucumber, I don't need to worry about. I just removed the plastic. So we got some lettuce and corn on the cob. There you go. That's pretty much what I just bought. So a bunch of lettuce, some celery, some carrots, a lot of fruit and veggie. And some of this actually is for this week, and some of this is actually you're going to see me prepare on Sunday when I go live at 10 a.m. To kind of get myself prepared for going away for a couple of days. We take our own food with us when we travel. One, because for my own health, the reason why I do what I do is because home cooking, meal prepping, eating clean is the best for my body to keep migraines away and exhaustion away. So that's why I do what I do. So I even do that when I travel. It doesn't matter if I'm going on a plane or a car. I try to get situations where I have a stove of some sort. Even if we're camping in the middle of winter, we still have the fire pit or a barbecue. So that we can actually make our own food and not just eat out, which of course if you're winter camping you really aren't eating out, but I think you get what I mean. Even when we're going away, we try not to eat out as much. Of course, having a treat here and there is great. Eating out once in a while, we do that anyways, but not making it the whole entire week so that I'm not sick during the week that we're on vacation, or even the 2 days. I'm only sick maybe just, well, not at all, hopefully, because I'll be stronger and be able to handle that. So that's just for me, and that's why I do what I do. So as you can see, things are soaking, and now we have this really cool rolling rack. You can probably see that. This is Epicure, but basically then I can take out the fruit and veggies and have it rest here and dry before I put things away. So some things can go away wet, or should be going away with water, like for example your celery. When I chop this all up, I'll put it into a container with a bit of water and change it every couple of days. But other things don't need all that, so I won't bother. So then the rest of my fruit and veggies I will kind of put over here and not throw onto the ground, and go from there. Alright, so the next thing I kind of do, hopefully I'm not getting anybody dizzy, we'll either take the celery and prepare it to go into the container. So I'd like to keep the extra pieces, that's better, there you go, for when I want to make like a soup. Making a soup, making a stew or like a soup. Use, of course, the awesome Epicure broth. It's also nice to have some celery and carrots that go into all that. So I will just save this and put it inside and freeze it basically. So there's a day when I want to make my own pho, or I'm making a stew or something like that. So this is what I'm like when I talk about how you can break up your meal prepping so that it's not all at once. If you're getting your groceries at different times or different things, you're spending a little bit of time when you're putting your groceries away. So we get our veggies at one place, we get our produce at another, we get our dry ingredients, the kind of idea. And that'll go away into a baggie, and I'll save that for later. That way I'm only spending about 15-20 minutes here preparing for all this. And then when I bring home the produce, or the protein, what am I talking about? I'll spend about the same amount of time putting all that away. And then when it comes to meal prepping Sunday, I'm pretty much just doing my sauces and dressings and getting those prepared, getting dips, getting glazes, maybe putting some protein, a little bit of cooking, but I'm not overly doing a lot of that because it's not necessary for our quick 20-minute meals. As long as the protein is prepared, the veggies are all ready, there's less time taken when you actually get to the point of making your meal, like tonight. So tonight, the produce, celery, carrots, lettuce have all been washed and prepped. So all I have to do is take it out and maybe chop it to the size that I need, and grab the protein, and again cut that to the size I need, throw it in a stir fryer or one pot wonder or something, and away I go. If you're wanting to cut that time down even more, you could spend a few minutes here chopping up the carrots and celery and putting them into the size that you want for whatever meal you're making. Or you could freeze it as well, right? So you could chop it up, put it into portions, freeze it in the, put it in the freezer and have it for a later date, whatever you like. So, but basically what I do, if I have a lot of something, like a lot of broccoli or cauliflower or collard greens or something, I will wash, dry, and prep it and freeze it into portion sizes so that I can use it for a later date if I think I'm not going to get through it. But for us, snacking, celery, carrots, cucumber, lettuce, that's kind of our go-to for lunches and snacking kind of ideas. So those are just prepped and ready, and we'll just take one out and eat it kind of idea, or add it to a meal. I'm much more into raw veggies, so that's the way I go. But if you're not, you don't mind cooked, totally freeze them and totally cook them into whatever meal you're making. So there you go. Just a quick showing and rundown of what it is I do quickly when I get home the produce, the veggies and stuff like that. So it'll dry a little bit, and then I will throw them into the crisper, put them into containers, and away I go. And if you want to see all that, let me know, and we can have a one-on-one, and I can walk you through on how to do all that. It's part of my consulting, is I'll actually talk to you about whatever your actual things going on in the kitchen are. Maybe we need to reorganize. Maybe there's just certain meals you're looking for, certain ideas. Maybe it's just you and you're trying to figure out how to cook for one instead of cooking for four. Things like that, and I can work with you on getting you great recipes and getting great tips and breaking down your kitchen woes so that it's easy habits for you. And if you're a fan of clean eating, I would totally recommend Epicure. We have amazing seasoning and spices, and would love to share with you that as well. So if there's anything I can help you with, feel free to DM me, and thanks. Have a great day. Bye everyone. Thanks Tristan, Josephine, for